Hey, how's it going, y'all? Feeling good? Cool. Hope you're ready to stop feeling good, because today we're diving headfirst into the shadows, creeping through the dark, and probably getting screamed at by something that should not exist. These are 10 horror games so terrifying, they'll make even the toughest players pause and question their life choices. We're talking full-on nope moments, sweaty palms, and maybe a little accidental scream or two. These games don't just scare you, they haunt you, so yeah. If you're brave enough, let's get spooky. Visage throws you into one of the most disturbing haunted houses ever put in a video game, where the walls literally feel like they're watching you. You play as Dwayne, a dude trapped in a cursed house soaked in tragedy and death, and your job? Survive. That's it. No guns, no exorcisms, just a lighter, a camera, and your ability to not completely lose your mind. The gameplay is all about exploring slowly, solving puzzles, and keeping your sanity meter from spiraling into full-on. The house changes around you, doors close on their own, and yeah, there's a ghost lady who will chase you if you hang out in the dark too long. It's psychological horror at its finest, and every sound, every flickering light, feels like a personal attack. If you've got nerves of steel, or want to pretend you do, Visage will absolutely chew you up. Don't say I didn't warn you. Anatomy is like if your house had a nightmare and you're stuck inside it. At first it looks like some old PS1 style walking sim, low-res graphics, crackly VHS vibes, real lo-fi creepy. But then it starts to get in your head. The gameplay is simple. Explore a dark, empty house, collect cassette tapes, and listen to them slowly unravel a story about how houses are like living organisms. Sounds weird? It is. And it works. The more tapes you find, the more the house changes. Walls glitch, sounds distort, and you start to question if the game's breaking or if you are. There are no monsters chasing you, but the real horror comes from the atmosphere. It's claustrophobic, surreal, and deeply uncomfortable. Like the house knows you're there and doesn't want you to leave. Short, simple, but horrifying in a "why am I still playing this at night" kind of way. Devotion doesn't just scare you, it breaks you emotionally while doing it. Set in the 1980s in Taiwan, you play as a father wandering through his slowly decaying apartment, unraveling what happened to his wife and daughter. Sounds chill? It's not. The gameplay has you exploring the same apartment over and over, but each loop gets darker, more twisted, and more surreal. Like PT meets Silent Hill, but wrapped in Taiwanese culture and folklore. You'll deal with creepy dolls, ghostly whispers, flickering lights, and sudden shifts in reality that'll make you feel like you're losing your mind. But what hits hardest is the story. It's about love, loss, obsession, and the terrifying lengths people go to when they're desperate. No jump scare spam here, just slow, creeping dread that sticks with you long after you quit. Devotion is a masterpiece of psychological horror and trauma. Packed tissues, and maybe a rosary. Signalis is like if Silent Hill and Evangelion had a weird, sad, horrifying pixel baby, and it's glorious. You play as Elster, a replica android searching for her missing partner on a frozen planet inside a dystopian nightmare facility. Sounds chill? It's not. The gameplay mixes old-school survival horror with top-down pixel art, fixed camera angles, and resource management. Yeah, you're gonna have to count your bullets and pray a lot. The enemies, twisted, writhing flesh things that look like corrupted memories. The puzzles, cryptic and symbolic. The story, a spiraling descent into trauma, identity, and existential dread that messes with your head and your heart. What makes Signalis terrifying isn't just the enemies. It's the vibe. The atmosphere is cold, isolating, and weirdly intimate, Like the universe is dying and it's whispering its final thoughts straight into your brain. It's beautiful. It's disturbing. It's a cosmic breakdown in video game form. Resident Evil 7 didn't just revive the series. It shoved our faces into pure terror and said, "Good luck, gamer." Forget the action-heavy auras of the past. This one goes first person, drops you in a mold-infested murder mansion, and lets the Baker family welcome you like it's the worst Airbnb on Earth. You play as Ethan Winters, a regular dude searching for his missing wife, and within 5 minutes you're being stabbed, chased, dinnered, and possibly chainsawed. The gameplay blends stealth, puzzles, and pure panic as you explore the Baker house, solve creepy puzzles, and try not to die horribly to Marguerite's bugs, Jack's immortal rage, or just the vibe of the place. And let's not forget the VHS tape segments. Interactive flashbacks that somehow make everything worse. It's dirty, disgusting, and drenched in dread. Resident Evil 7 isn't just scary. It grabs you by the face and screams in your soul. Resident Evil Remake takes the 1996 classic and cranks the fear to 11 with better graphics, smarter enemies, and way more dread per square inch. You play as Jill or Chris, trapped in the iconic Spencer Mansion, a place where every hallway whispers, "You're gonna die here." Ammo's limited, saves are precious, and if you don't burn the zombies, they come back as crimson heads, faster, angrier, and ready to ruin your life. The fixed camera angles and eerie soundtrack keep you on edge the whole time, and just when you think you're safe, surprise, you're not. It's a slow, stressful, beautifully terrifying ride, and it still holds up as one of the best horror remakes ever made. Alien: Isolation doesn't care how brave you are. It's here to crush your soul with tension. You play as Amanda Ripley, stuck on a space station where one big, unstoppable xenomorph stalks you like it's on a murder honeymoon. The gameplay is all about stealth, hiding, and holding your breath while this 9-foot nightmare sniffs around. And no, you can't kill it. Just distract it or run like hell. Add in creepy androids, limited resources, and a beautifully retro-futuristic vibe that feels straight out of the original film, and boom, pure sci-fi horror bliss. Every step, every beep, every breath could get you killed. Alien: Isolation isn't just scary, it's relentless. Labyrinth of the Demon King. This game throws you into a twisted labyrinth crawling with monsters, traps, and evil that seeps into your soul. You're exploring dark corridors, solving puzzles, and fighting grotesque bosses that feel like they came straight from a demon's fever dream. The gameplay blends action and horror with a heavy emphasis on atmosphere. Every shadow could hide a trap or a demon ready to tear you apart. The tension ramps up as you dive deeper, and the oppressive mood never lets up. It's the kind of game that makes you check behind your couch afterward, because the Demon King's Labyrinth doesn't just exist on screen, it exists in your nightmares. Siren is like getting lost in a cursed VHS tape where everyone's possessed, the town's drowning in blood, and the game hates you. Set in a creepy Japanese village, you play as multiple characters trying to survive a supernatural disaster. And oh boy, the horror runs deep. The enemies? They're called Shibito, undead villagers who never truly die and love to stalk you with creepy smiles and weird jerky movements. But the real twist? Sightjacking, a mechanic where you can literally see through the eyes of your enemies. It's genius and horrifying, especially when you jack in and see yourself being hunted. The gameplay's slow, tense, and punishing. No guns blazing here, just stealth, puzzles, and praying the Shibito didn't see you crouch behind that bush. The Evil Within series. From the creator of Resident Evil, this series is pure nightmare juice. Your detective Sebastian Castellanos, trapped in a twisted world where reality glitches, walls bleed, and monsters are straight-up trauma incarnate. The first game is tight survival horror. Low ammo, high panic, and bosses like Safehead. Yup, a dude with a safe on his head and a hammer. The second game opens things up, adds emotion, and somehow gets even weirder. It's stealth, action, and psychological horror blended into one beautifully grotesque package. You're not just fighting monsters, you're fighting your mind, and losing gloriously. And that's it, fam. 10 horror games that'll break your brain, crush your courage, and haunt your dreams. Hit like, sub if you survived, and tell me in the comments, which one made you scream the loudest?